Indianapolis, the racing capital of the world. Since 1909, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway has been the undisputed pinnacle of the racing world. This is the place where legends are made and hearts are broken. This is the one race everyone wants to win. For the first time in its 54-year history, the SCCA National Championship Runoffs travels to Indianapolis. With nearly 1,000 entries in 28 different classes, the Runoffs is the biggest auto race in the world. It features the best amateur drivers in the country vying for the title of national champion. One legendary track, one epic race, one shot at glory. The SCCA Runoffs starts now.
And we welcome you back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And no, we're not covering a golf tournament. We're covering the 54th SCCA Runoffs for national championships in 28 different classes. Hello again, I'm Rick Benjamin, Dorsey Schrader alongside Hayward Wagner with our coverage all weekend long down on pit road. We've seen some terrific racing here. You and I got the privilege of calling Spec Racer Ford and Spec Miata this morning. We've got coming up GT2. We've got just a host of cars and drivers. We've got nearly 40 entries in this race. Some Trans Am 2 teams are in this. Some GT teams of long standing are in this. Some very familiar names in this one. Ought to be a great race. One of the familiar names, Scotty B. White, who comes to these runoffs and has as long as I've been doing them, Dorsey, which is more than 20 years now. He's driving a Dodge Viper in this event, and he's going to take us on a tour of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 3,700 feet to turn one in this Dodge.
And they will get some serious speed. This turn one, by the way, is the old Formula One track of the infield. Very tight. See that curb? You do not want to hit that curb. It'll bicycle the car up on two wheels, and you'll be in trouble. For a big car, with a high horsepower car, these corners are very technical. Really, really long duration corners. You're in the corner a long time, and with a high horsepower car, you're wanting to get on that throttle, and it will not sustain full throttle through these corners. You won't even see a trace of full throttle as they work their way through here, trying to get as much traction as humanly possible.
In this Viper, I'm assuming this is somewhere around third gear, maybe something like that?
Yeah, it's probably third gear all through this whole infield. But like I say, you can't just floor it. If you were to just floor it, you'd smoke the rear tires and spin out instantly. So you have to blend throttle to the rear traction and grip available.
And you will approach other traffic quickly at the end of the backstretch.
Yes, you will. You know, traffic will be a problem. These are big race cars, and they move around quite a lot. So there's not a lot of room on this racetrack to make a pass. It's very difficult, very technical, but then comes that 3,700-foot drag strip.
This, of course, the last couple of corners here, getting you up onto the oval. You come onto the short chute briefly here and then cut right down inside again into the twisties to get you to the front straightaway.
Even at this point where you get through the little twisty bits here, you can't just go to full throttle coming on that straightaway. We saw cars here in the past in IMSA when they ran here. Guys go to full throttle and crash into the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, it just lights the rear tires up, you get loose, next thing you know, you're in trouble. It can happen in a heartbeat.
2.6 miles, 14 turns, and we appreciate Scotty B. White and his Night Transport Incorporated company.
How you doing, Scotty White?
Well, I'm doing well. I'm busy. I had a little brush with the wall today, but that just made me more hungry. So anyway.
Tell me a little bit about your business.
Well, it's called Night Transport LLC. We just got started the other day. I think I bought my first truck in 1980, and we're up to just shy of 100 now. And really proud of the way that the guys run the business, especially when I'm gone. We have a low turnover rate, and it seems to be a great place to work, paying all the money and the benefits. And our campaign of Got CDL, call 800 Scotty B is we use to recruit drivers.
And if somebody wants to come and work with you, what can they look forward to?
Well, they can look forward to excellent pay, excellent equipment, same mechanics that work on their trucks, work on these race cars, keep their boss safe. So it's a good place to stay.
Great. Well, thank you for taking the time, Scotty, and good luck this week.
All right. Thanks, Hayward.
All right, we're going to take a quick, very short pause here because we're with you on the web right now. We're going to be coming back to begin our CBS Sports Network broadcast of GT2 at these runoffs. We welcome you to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway coverage of the 54th renewal of the SCCA National Championship Runoffs. He's Dorsey Schrader. I'm Rick Benjamin. We're glad to have you with us on a beautiful, bright, sunny, early fall day. Weather's perfect, about 75 degrees. A few light clouds around, no threat of rain. Dorsey, the weather, fantastic for this edition of the Runoffs.
Nothing like the fall. My favorite season. Racing a car in this weather is delightful. We're at Indianapolis. What better does it get?
Exactly. Let's take a look at our starting lineup here, scheduled to see 36 cars take the green. We'll show you a track map as well. Andrew Aquilani, Taz Harvey will be your lead row, and we'll take you through the starting lineup in just a couple of moments. Let's get a sense of some of the folks we've got in this field today. Let's get it downstairs to Hayward.
When you look at the cars, you have the classic GT2 tube-framed cars, the Celica, the Tom Patton Sunbeam Tiger, that have been kind of the foundation of this class for decades on end. What's come in the last couple of years are the cars that are off the production base or the tube cars that have come in from the Trans Am TA2 and 3 classes. So you've got a really good mix of cars going fast in very different ways. Look for the cars with the big V8s to be very fast down the straightaways, but these tube frame cars are going to be very nimble and very quick at these compound corners at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Well, you've got, as we mentioned, thank you, Hayward, a raft of different cars as the field starts to roll off and come toward pit road here. We'll see one pace lap before we put the field under green. Aquilante, who's won here already once today, will start on pole at his Corvette, the Phoenix competition machine. He's from Chester Springs, Pennsylvania, the 33 car. Veteran of this, Taz Harvey from California will start alongside in his Mazda RX-8, a rotary-powered car.
How different is that? Arguably, if there's pros in the field, that front row is pros. Andrew Aquilani is as good as you get. And Taz Harvey, an ex-pro himself, has been around quite a long time. Really good driver talent.
And another driver starting third, Preston Calvert, another machine from the Phoenix preparation shops. You know Preston quite well, for he's run Trans Am some. He's run the Pirelli World Challenge.
Yeah, he's running pro in Pirelli World Challenge. So, I mean, he's another, arguably, one, you know, he is on the amateur side of the pro equation, if you will. But these guys are, some of these guys are making a living.
Yeah.
This is what they do.
Yeah, exactly.
In Calvin's particular case, that's not what he does for a living. He takes care of your brain.
And some would wonder how that fits with racing anyway, but that I won't. I'll leave it to others to
I'd be a challenge,
that.
I would think.
All right. Starting lineup, top of your screen, presented by Mazda. Keep up with where your favorite driver is by taking a look at our scoring strip at the top. Jonathan Start will go fourth in the 51. That's a Dodge Viper. Tom Patton starts fifth in the 50 car. That's a Sunbeam Tiger, and Hayward referenced that car earlier. Scotty B. White from Auburn, Washington in the 0 car, a Dodge Viper competition coupe. Mike McKeelan from Tacoma, Washington starts 7th in the 02. That's a BMW M3. And then Mark Bowden from Winnetka, Illinois, Trans Am stalwart, the Trimtex BMW. That's a Fall Line Motorsports car. That's Mark's race prep shop. So talk about pros. There's one right there.
Yeah, this is as good as you get. The prep on the cars is impeccable. You can't get any better. The driver talent up front, same way.
Bob Kahn starts 9th in the 35 from California, the RK Racing Corvette. Adam Andretti, Trans Am 2 stalwart, race winner from Elgin, Illinois, the ECC Dodge Viper. In this event, he will start in 10th spot. Aaron Quine goes 11th from Medina, Ohio. That is a Trans Am 2 Chevrolet Camaro, the 69. And James Goffrey Sr. out of Houston. This is how long this has been going on. I raced against him in Texas 30 years ago. So Jim Goffrey will start back in the field in 12th spot. And Chad Gilsinger, who is an Acura Honda engineer and a competitor in IMSA ranks and will be again next year in a terrific-looking Acura NSX GT2 car, a hybrid-powered machine.
We call him the gunslinger. He's another guy.
Yeah. All right, let's get back downstairs and hear from Hayward with our pole sitter earlier. All right, we appreciate that, Hayward. We will check back in with Hayward Wagner throughout the course of this broadcast here today. Quick timeout for us. We'll come back and put the field under green for GT2 at the SCCA Runoffs from Indy. Welcome back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Getting set to go racing here in GT2 at Indy, the 54th running of the SCCA National Championship Runoffs. I'm Rick Benjamin alongside Dorsey Schrader, Hayward Wagner on pit road. There's Adam Andretti in the 44. And we told you that was going to be a Viper. Got it. That's James Goffrey Sr. Put a wheel in the grass and spun his Nissan over into the kitty litter.
On the pace lap, no less.
Cold tires will get you sometimes.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. He got antsy, tried to get on the throttle, and it lit up.
So Jim Goffrey's chances go by the boards before we even start. Green flag in the air. Aquilante jumps to the early lead in that Corvette. Here comes Scotty B. White on the inside.
Easy to see who's got horsepower as they light these big blocks up, head down to turn one, but the agility is going to come into play here. Right there, Calvert just went over the top of the curbing in turn one. There's a huge curve there, and you want to stay off that.
That's Preston Calvert's red Corvette from the Phoenix shops. Taz Harvey second in the Mazda. There's Scotty B. White up into fourth there. Right behind him in fifth spot. Sixth spot is Adam Andretti in that beautiful new Camaro Trans Am 2 machine.
Andrew Aquilani already just set sail, left everybody behind him. Taz Harvey in that RX-8, that's an interesting study. Much lighter car. It's not going to wear the tires off as much. It's going to be really good under braking. These heavier cars will start to degrade. They'll fall back as they go longer into this race.
So Aquilani in the black Corvette up into the lead early. There's Harvey trying to hold off Preston Calvert, who nosedives into the inside of Harvey's machine and may lose the spot on the way out of the corner. He does.
Yeah, he did. He got in there and made contact, and in doing so, loosened himself up. He had to get off the brake to save the car. Taz got right underneath him.
Preston Calvert, a driver with more and more experience as the years go by. He's racing professionally in World Challenge. He's run some Trans Am races with this car this season. It's been fun to watch him develop.
He's doing a great job. I'll tell you, you talk about a learning curve. There's nobody that's on a steeper learning curve than what he is in the last couple of years.
Yeah, a brain surgeon, professionally, all kidding aside, and a terrific guy. We've enjoyed getting to know him the last couple of years. And there's Adam Andretti, one of the famed racing Andretti family here at Indy, up into fifth spot right now.
Made a mistake there as he dropped his wheels into that little grassy area, the little chevron, if you will, coming on the front straightaway. You saw what it did to the car. It loosened it up. Quick hand saved him, but you don't want to be doing that.
Andrew Aquilante opening up an even bigger advantage. Harvey and Calvert still going at it for second. Jonathan Smart there in the 51 car. And now Preston Calvert gets alongside the Mazda and blows by him to take second. And you could see that Preston was being held up.
Yeah, well, the Mazda's a momentum car. And with those bigger cars around him, he can't run the corner speed that he needs to. So it leaves him lame when they get on the throttle like that. They just blow him off. But watch what happens. Now that he's in clear sailing, he's going to catch right back up with him.
Jonathan Start in that white Viper, the 51. There's Taz Harvey in the 88. Shuffled back to fourth. There's your leader, Andrew Aquilante, in the black Phoenix Corvette. Adam Andretti off into the grass there.
Again, yeah.
Take another look here at what happened in the early moments of this lap as Calvert elbowed his way by Taz Harvey's machine.
And Taz had to check up. He had to get out of the throttle. When he did so, he doesn't have the recovery power that those big block or those big V8 and V10s do. And so when he went back to throttle, they just left him sitting there like it was nothing.
Start in the 51 getting by as well to run in third spot now in front of Harvey. Andretti back there in fifth. And the car a little further back, you might have noticed an open top car back there. I believe that's the Sunbeam Tiger.
That's an interesting car right there, developed back in the 50s. It was actually a production-based car made out in England with a Ford small block 260 V8. And in the meantime, as they progressed, they went to 289. So it's got a V8 Ford up under that little bitty body. And if you can hook it up, it is a very fast car.
That is Tom Patton in that white 50 car with the blue stripes there. And he started in fifth position here. He races that car out of Hamilton, Ohio in the Cincinnati area. There's Calvert in the red Corvette, the 77 in second. The 51 car. No.
Didn't come with that wing in 57.
It did not. It did not.
It looks so strange with that wing.
Jonathan Smart sitting third in the 51. Harvey, Andretti, Patton in sixth. Michael McAleenan in seventh spot in the 02. And Bobby Kennedy running eighth in the 08 car. Aaron Quine is up to ninth. Bob Kahn is 10th. Chad Gilsinger is up to 11th in the NSX.
One thing Andrew Aquilani is so good at is running the car to the car's potential. He will not wear the tires off that Corvette. He'll keep the car balanced and keep the car under him throughout the event. Looking back behind him, the Viper's more prone to blow off its rear tires. It's got a lot of torque, a lot of horsepower, and not nearly as good a weight balance front to rear as that Corvette.
Battle here for fifth spot. Tom Patton in the Sunbeam Tiger up alongside Adam Andretti in that TA2 Camaro, that brand new 44 car from the ECC stables. Arnie Hendrickson's team.
Power to weight on that little Sunbeam Tiger is probably real good.
And I'm sure there's been a lot of development done since that car was built probably 40-some years ago.
Oh, yeah. That's not your daddy's, Alpine Tiger.
Adam Andretti getting around the 50 car, holding him off here and opening up a couple of car lengths advantage.
Adam does a great job behind the wheel. I really like watching him. Very aggressive driver.
He is very aggressive, sometimes too aggressive for his own good, quite frankly, and he would admit that too.
Yeah, he would, and gets in trouble with it every once in a while, but that's okay. That's how you learn it. I'd rather have a guy that had to slow down than a guy who had to
the
speed
98 car spinning. That's one of the Toyota Celicas in the field.
Beautiful car. Doesn't look like anybody's got into the back of it. We'll take a look here. And
Pete Peterson has been running that car in GT2 for a long time. Little contact there going into the corner, just enough to upset him.
Actually just got himself in too deep and locked up to keep from plowing through the back of the car in front of him and tripped the car up. Again, there's a funny looking wing on the back.
Leroy Lacy there in the 67 car, another Sunbeam Tiger, one of two in the field. Nobody has anything so far for the two Phoenix Performance Chevrolets. That's your second place car, Preston Calvert. We'll take a quick time out. Come right back with plenty more coverage of GT2 in the 54th running of the SCCA National Championship Runoffs. And we welcome you back to our live coverage here at SCCA.com. Watching that fight for fifth. Tom Patton had gotten behind Adam Andretti by several car lengths, but boy, in the twisties, Dorsey Schrader, he's able to catch right back up to the ECC Chevrolet.
Patton's been driving this Sunbeam Tiger for quite a long time. Not that Andretti hasn't been driving that TA2 car, but I would think power to weight ratio, the Tiger is far superior. But technology-wise, that is a very old car.
Yeah, no question about that. The TA2 cars, terrific race cars. They put on a wonderful show, and we do Trans Am racing coast to coast on CBS Sports Network. Interestingly, and maybe a lot of folks don't realize this, those cars don't make 500 horsepower.
No, it's a crate motor. It's like 450 is where they started targeting as a horsepower number. It's up from there now, but it's not up to 500 by any means. It's a very simplistic type race car. It's not high tech by any means. It's almost a spec series car, and because of it, it's cost effective, but it's also incredibly competitive.
There's Taz Harvey in the 88 car sitting in fourth spot in front of Andretti. Good fight going on here, third, fourth, and fifth. Harvey in that RX-8 with a rotary. Andretti with a Chevrolet Corvette tube frame car, a Trans Am car with a V8, small block V8 engine in it, and then the 50 car.
Mazda be quite a lot lighter than even the TA2 car or Patton's car.
Watched Adam Andretti race on the streets of Toronto earlier this summer. Ran a NASCAR Pinty Series race up there and finished second. Did a great job at a car he wasn't familiar with. And I said, man, that's how you need to drive all the time. It was a tough, tight street course at Toronto. He said, man, I know. He had a really good weekend in that car. In these cars, in the TA cars, it's one of those things where sometimes you just has a tendency to overdrive it just a little bit.
And it's easy to overdrive that car.
Welcome back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. GT2 action opening day of the three-day weekend, the 54th SCCA National Championship Runoffs. First time ever here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. The Phoenix Performance Chevrolet of Andrew Aquilante is in the lead and pulling away in that 33 car. He has opened up, let's see what the advantage is this time by, but it's grown to a substantial advantage here. And it's several seconds at this point. His teammate Preston Calvert just now coming by the start-finish stripe, and the gap is nearly 10 seconds here, and we've only run 3 race laps.
You take a look at these Phoenix cars and prepared cars by that group, and they are meticulous. They are absolutely spotless. They're always clean. You look at the body fit is perfect. They do such a nice job of building a race car. And then when you get somebody like Andrew Aquilani, who of course his dad runs the shop, who's such a good driver, such a meticulous driver, it's hard to beat that combination no matter who you are.
It is. And these Corvettes, obviously, they make plenty of power. They handle well. They're extremely reliable. There's Aaron Quine on one of the other ECC entries. The 69 car, Aaron, one of the instructors at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, an occasional TA2 competitor. That is a TA2 car.
Again, TA2 cars are a tube frame car. They got a spec engine. They've got more or less a crate motor. They weigh the same. They're all on the same kind of tire. And that tire, I should say, is very inexpensive by today's standards. And it's not to make the car as fast as it could be. It's to make the car reliable and to make it equal to all other cars around it. It's a great series because of that.
Now, the goal there has been, since the TA2 category was created several years ago, to have equal competition, level playing field among Ford and Chevy and Dodge. There are Dodge Challengers in that pro category, and you do have that. I mean, we have 25 cars most events, 25 to 30, and it's side-by-side racing.
I love it, and I love watching the guys drive the cars. They drive the wheels off the cars. They're not inherently the best race car ever built, but that's good. The stuff I drove wasn't, you know, it wasn't built to be that way either. It's built to be competitive, and that's a very competitive series. TA2, that you don't see better racing than that hardly anywhere.
The 08 Bobby Kennedy, that's another TA2 car, although that car does not normally run in the series, but that is built to the TA2 spec. And then right behind him, Mark Bowden in the Trimtex BMW, that's built to the TA3 specs. So you've got a good mix of cars. Mark, a regular competitor in Trans Am 3. Behind that, another TA2 car. You've got Bowden, and then you've got Chad Gilsinger's 07 back in there. Mike McGinley in the 59 has gotten around Gilsinger. So Gilsinger in that Acura. I talked to Chad yesterday before things got going here in earnest today. He said, you know, it's a brand new car. They got it done just in time to run a couple of regionals, qualify for the runoffs. Planning to go full-time in IMSA next year once again in GT Daytona with a similar car, but it won't be this car. This is a car built to SCCA specs. It's got the hybrid package on it.
Yeah, everybody in pro racing nowadays, everybody is lost their mind. Okay, I'm going to put it that way. The cost of doing a pro program is incredible. $2.5–3 million. A TA2 car you can get away with probably $500,000 or less, and the racing is just as good. So I mean, things are really, really expensive when you start playing the game on the level that pro racing has come to be. And I don't think there's that many guys with that kind of cash anymore.
No, it's certainly, you know, the TA2 racing, GT2 racing aimed at it. These are real race cars. They're hard to drive, as we mentioned, but it's aimed at, you know, at having a competitive field of fast cars driven by people who love to race.
Yeah, and that's the whole deal. You know, if all I want is that I got the same equipment you got, and it's you against me. And, you know, and we can go out there and you're going to beat me sometimes, I'm going to beat you sometimes. But all in all, we're not going to go broke doing it, and we're going to have a good time. That's what racing should be like.
For a third spot, Adam Andretti in the 44, challenging the 51, that Dodge Viper of Jonathan Start. He's right up behind him now. Can he break the draft? Can he pop out and pass here?
I don't think he's going to have enough to do that. You know, he can annoy him, which I'm sure he's going to. And then Patton, look at that. You know, the Tiger back there just looming, if you will, just luring itself. I'm sure that car, you know, it falls off faster than these more current cars do. These are not light cars either, by the way. The TA2 car is lighter than the Viper, but you know, you're talking about NASCAR weight cars.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, the TA2 car is about a 3,000-pound, 3,100-pound car.
And probably that Viper is 38.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that neighborhood.
And very nose-heavy with that V10 up front.
Yeah, the weight percentage is a monster deal. To achieve a 50-50 balance on one of these big cars, it costs a lot of money to build the car because the weight of the V8 alone, or the V10 in the case of the Viper, up front means that you have to lighten everything around it up there. And that's not a cheap proposition.
Adam Andretti challenging the 51 car of Start on the outside. Now he's got the preferred line inside, coming to the right-hander.
That's why I like these S's. You can work, as long as you trust the other driver and he gives you room, you can work side-by-side racing through here, as they're doing right now.
And here comes the 50 car on the inside. Tom Patton 3 wide here into the right-hander. Patton passes them both.
That's what he wanted, right? Oh, that
and
was
Andretti
quick.
says, no, thank you. I'll come right back.
But what a move that was. It was set up beautifully.
Third, fourth, and fifth here in GT2. A wild battle between these three.
Like I said, Patton was sitting back there luring. You know, they forgot about him. He says, oh, yeah? Remember me?
Working lap 8 of 19. 40 minutes our time here today. You've got to finish in the 19 laps in 40 minutes or less, or we are time limited here in this one. So Adam Andretti moves up to third now in the 44. Preston Calvert in the 77 up ahead in second. Andrew Aquilante has led all the way after qualifying on pole here in GT2. But this battle has been terrific, and I'm not sure we've heard the last of Potter. He's been doing this long enough, Dorsey, to be thinking, okay, I'll slow down a little, cool my tires off, take one more run.
That's a very good point you brought up right there. These cars, you can't overheat the tires, so you back them down and cool them off. You can go back at it.
All right, Aquilani is your leader. We're coming up on halfway at Indy. We'll be right back. Bowden doesn't have anything for these guys, huh?
No. He's like a, it's funny with him. He's kind of a hit and miss. When he's on, boy, he's hard to beat.
Yeah.
But only certain places that happens. Nice guy.
He is. And we welcome you back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway on SCCA.com with Orsi Schrader, Hayward Wagner. I'm Rick Benjamin. Watching GT2 action here.
Looks like Andretti's finally shaking everybody from his bumper. Although now, as I say that, he starts to slide around a little bit.
I did not get a chance to talk to Adam before the start here today. In Trans Am competition, they run on a Pirelli radial. I'm not sure what tire is on that car right now.
Yeah,
it could be a Hoosier bias ply tire.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, and it certainly changes the whole outlook of things if you got to go to the spec tire versus, particularly if you go to a nice old bias ply.
And those cars originally, up until this season, in fact,
Trans
Am
Am
2 did run that bias ply Hoosier.
Yeah,
which
that's
produced a lot of fall off and a lot of slipping and sliding.
But that I like that. That was fun. You can drive slip angle with those and not hurt the tire beyond, the fact that it's already too hot.
Aaron Quine back here, racing with Mark Bowden, Bobby Kennedy in the blue Mustang.
Little puff of smoke on the downshift there for the 69.
Bob Kahn there in the 35, the black Corvette. Watching 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Welcome back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway, coverage of the 54th SCCA National Championship Runoffs. Watching GT2 action. It's been a great one, coming up on halfway here. And your leader, Andrew Aquilani, in the black 33 car, that Corvette, navigating lap traffic, moving by Tim Gray from Minnesota in the 60 car. And up onto the front straightaway to put another lap on the board. This has been an Andrew Aquilani benefit day. He's on his way possibly to his second gold medal of this day, this opening day of these SCCA runoffs.
He would be a hard guy to beat. I tell you, he's just so smooth, and he gets to test these cars. They build the cars in-house, so I mean, he's in tune with that car 100%. And you look how smooth he is. He's not even working himself hard.
There's the 35 car. Bob Kahn in GT2 action. That's a Chevrolet Corvette. Right behind the 69 Aaron Quine out of Ohio. That's running an 8th spot. This is 8th and 9th. And Bobby Kennedy in that blue Ford Mustang back there in 10th. This has been a good battle the last several laps.
Absolutely. This class is so neat from the standpoint of the cars being equal to one another. You take the top couple away because they're more of a real pro situation. You go to where the amateur thing really does start, and it's very competitive.
Quine out in front of this group. Meantime, what about the 50 car of Tom Patton? Well, he's gotten around Jonathan Start there in that white Viper, the 51, and he's moved back into 4th position.
That's probably tires going off in the Viper. Like I said, the longer it goes, the more it falls suspect at the back end, losing grip. The little Tiger, Patton's been driving that a long, long time, so I'm sure he's pretty good at keeping it under him.
Adam Andretti in that white with green trim 44. If you've been a fan of sports car racing for a long time, you'll recognize the paint scheme. It's an homage to Bob Tullius, to the Group 44 cars from a long time ago.
Absolutely. Number I ran back in the day, too. Many, many, many years ago. 4 decades and a half or whatever. Arguably some of the prettiest cars ever made, Group 44.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely stellar, beautiful cars.
For sure. We see Bob Tullius occasionally still around the racetracks. We always enjoy that opportunity. There's the 50 of Patton, that Sunbeam Tiger.
If you're going to emulate a car, why wouldn't you take the best looking ones ever made?
All the success those cars had as well.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Take a look at the backwards 44 on the bumper caps. That's the giveaway right
there. Signature Tullius deal.
Exactly.
All their decals were made that way.
Yeah. Patton in the 50 car hanging right in there in the top 5, running in 4th spot. There's the 90.
That's a Junie Donlevy car.
What that is, and these cars raced in Trans Am for a while as we go to look at another battle here for position. That is an old ASA oval track stock car.
That's what it looked like.
On a Howe chassis.
Remember when Leighton Reese used to run that in Trans Am? He ran an OASA car. And Ed Howe, speaking of that, is my neighbor down in the Keys.
Really?
Yeah, he lives just across the street from me. I got to go see him, and I don't know what kind of damage we've taken down there. Everybody's taken a big hit, and unfortunately we'll check in with that situation next week.
Yeah, we wish you and everybody else well who lost property or was injured. People lost their lives down there.
Yeah,
and the Keys will be a long time before it's fully recovered.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's much worse than they showed on television, which is probably the good side.
Yeah,
it's not good down there.
Watching battles here back in the top 20, the 196 you saw a moment ago. Jerry Onks in that machine shown in 19th. Brian Collier in the 90 is 18th right there. Collier, that's one of those former ASA late model cars. We talked about it being a Howe chassis. Those cars, at least at that time, ran a sealed GMO, an LS1 motor.
Yeah, right.
And Chaz Howe, Ed's son, now runs Howe Manufacturing and makes a lot of these chassis.
Now, I was, referring to the 90 number. And symbols,
a car you drove.
I did. Yeah, Junie Donlevy had that number for years. Everybody drove, I think. If you were alive during that segment, you got to drive that car sooner or later.
Junie passed away a couple of years ago. Scott Howard, 31st there in the 66 car. That's a TA2 spec machine. Side by side with the 196 we talked about a little while ago. Some of those cars are lapped once, some twice back there. Onks being shown 19th in the 196. So you've got a car in 19th and a car in 31st side by side on the racetrack right at this point.
Those old ASA cars were pretty stout, and they were actually really good cars. They never had a road race specific car, but like I said, Leighton Reese did a really good job of running that car. He had that 66 car for many years.
Well, the trick in the GT or the Trans Am 2 cars that you're seeing here too, that's a late model chassis. That began life as a short track car, and it's been adapted to road racing. Let's get an update from pit road. Hayward Wagner.
Hey guys, it's the proverbial $5 part as the 76 car is pushed behind the wall here because he lost the alternator belt, ran the battery completely out. It will not start. They are done for the day.
Ah, that's a shame. You hate seeing things like that. Darren Dilley was posted in 32nd last time by in that Mazda RX-7.
You run the whole year. He might have run 4 years and never had a problem a single time. And he comes to Indianapolis to run the runoffs and a fan belt race.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Murphy's Law.
Yep. If you're wondering about Adam Andretti in the ECC 44 car, he sits in third spot right now. He is Mario's nephew.
Correct, yeah.
And just a terrific young guy. We've enjoyed getting to know Adam.
Very aggressive. Like I said, he tends to overdrive the situation in some cases. But I would rather have a guy like that you have to temper than have a guy that you have to push along to try to go faster. Because fast is not a problem with
no.
Adam,
As they used to say down south, he ain't scared.
No, he'll pedal the car.
33.
We've had a spin.
The 88 of Taz Harvey, who was up in the top 3, has spun that car. He gets it pointed in the right direction into the grass.
Now, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he got help. No, he didn't get help. He's by himself. Way too deep on the brake. Gets around. See what he did right there? He lit it up. He went full throttle to try to finish the spin off, but it didn't work because he got trapped backwards anyway.
So Taz Harvey, who was running in the top 10, he will lose a lot of track position with the 88 car. Gets it back up onto the race course here, cleaning the tires off next time around as we work on lap 13. Coming up on lap 14, there'll be 5 to go next time by. No one has anything at the moment for Andrew Aquilani. Big lead for the 33 car here at GT2. Right back with more from Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Coverage of the SCCA National Championship Runoffs is presented by Mazda. Driving matters.
Every stitch is a part of me. All these shapes and designs express our devotion to craftsmanship. I want people to feel our passion when they touch it and when they drive it.
The all-new Mazda CX-5. Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed. When everything is designed around you, the driver, you can. The Mazda 3.
Welcome back at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Coverage of GT2 today, the 54th running of the SCCA's National Championship Runoff Sports Car Club of America. I'm Rick Benjamin. Dorsey Schrader is alongside. Hayward Wagner on pit road with our coverage, watching a textbook performance here by multi-time national champion Andrew Aquilante in the Phoenix Performance Chevrolet. 1-2 finish looming. His teammate Preston Calvert second in the 77 car, about 10 seconds back. Enough of a gap that the 89 car goes around. That's one of those former late model stock cars.
Oh, and one of the other cars there, the 66, also was in trouble there, but I don't think it's related. I think it was probably a sympathy lockup.
A couple of TA2 spec cars, the 89, a newer version of the bodywork of the Camaro, the more recent generation of Camaro. Let's take a look at what happened here at the entrance to the right-hander. Yeah,
just left his braking too late, got in there, got rear brake lock up, spins the car, and then, like I said, the 66 car misreads that, didn't see it happening in time, and also almost does the same thing.
Aquilante continuing to put together outstanding laps here and just add to his lead. Running order top of your screen.
Yeah, he's on a Sunday afternoon drive on a Friday.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. No question. We've seen this movie before.
Oh,
here.
yeah.
He won the opening race of the Runoffs by a huge margin, and another Phoenix Performance entry earlier here today.
It was unlikely that anybody was going to step up to that level. I mean, it would take a full pro guy to match that kind of performance.
And Phoenix prepares professional sports cars.
Absolutely professional. And look at them. I mean, they're just absolutely gorgeous. There's Preston, the teammate. He is an amateur now. Like I said, he's very impressive. I just really like this guy. He has done so much. He has spent a tremendous amount of time and energy and money, developing his talent.
Learning how to do this.
Yeah, and he loves it, and he gets it wrong sometimes, and he admits it when he does. But I'll tell you what, he has come further in the couple years I've known him than anybody I know right now.
And just to that point, Preston's not a kid.
No, not at all.
And to be this fast and learn this much, not in an advanced stage of life, but again, not a kid by any means. I mean, usually you think of young drivers on the move up or drivers you're seeing get better and better. You think of them as teenagers or in their early 20s. Preston's...
yeah, and certainly he's driving. He's got competition that is half his age.
Yeah.
They're coming after him.
He is just doing a great job here in second spot right now. Adam Andretti, who is about half his age.
Yeah, I was about to say, Adam Andretti is about to introduce himself.
Yeah, and is a pro
the 66
driver.
is fun. And that's the car that got in trouble on the very same place last lap.
Last time by, Adam Andretti was about 4.4 seconds behind Preston Calvert here. Laps winding down now. Andrew Aquilante putting lap 16 on the board. There'll be 3 to go this time for the 77 of Preston Calvert.
Got a long way to go in 3 laps, but they are in lap traffic.
The car at the front of that group
has
got some damage.
That's Harvey's car, I think.
There's the 66 around again.
Yeah, he's trying to get the thing refired. I keep seeing flame coming out of it.
He's in a day. That's Scott Howard in that GT2 Camaro.
Oh, it is? Yeah, it is.
Calvert getting by a slower car there.
It's going to be hard for Andretti to get by all those slow cars and make that deficit up.
There's
in
2 lap
more
cars
laps.
in there, yeah.
And we got, they're going on 2 to go.
The 16 car, a lapped car at this point.
He moves out of the way. That leaves 44 plenty of room.
That's another Trans Am 2 car. That's Tyler Thielman. And he has made a couple of pro starts this season.
The neat deal about that Trans Am 2 car is it fits in a lot of different categories.
It does.
We run them in HSR, too, in historic sports car racing. We've got a class for those guys, so they can run that in probably 3 or 4 different classes, same car.
Yeah. The 165 there, it's off the pace. Jorge Nazario was shown 22nd last time by, a lap down, but he's got
damage on the left front up there.
Left front. Is he driving? No, that's just body work.
I think it's body work just in front of the tire flopping.
Yeah.
But he definitely did get into something.
No doubt about it. Calvert there in the red 77 coming up 2 laps to go. And Adam Andretti's got the whip out here.
He does, and 2 laps to go. Now it looks like it's a doable deal. I think he can run the deficit down. Whether he can get by, I don't know. But I know one thing about him. He is going to try. He's not lacking ever on aggression.
He does not give up, that's for sure.
He gets after it.
Running out of time, though. 2 to go. This time by 4 your leaders. Calvert, his advantage over Adam Andretti.
Not that
down
much.
Now, down to about 2 seconds now. Adam took a 1 second bite out of it the last couple of laps, and he's closing in.
Yeah, he just took 3 more car lengths right there in the brake zone for turn 1. So I don't know if Preston's car is starting to give up a little bit, but he's 2 seconds a lap quicker on the last couple times around. And there is going to be lap traffic in the way too.
White flag next time by. Andrew Aquilani finishing up lap number 18. 19 laps our distance, or 40 minutes by time during these SCCA runoffs. Race distance about 45 miles or so. Lap traffic moving out of the way to give these faster cars an opportunity here.
One of them gave it up anyway. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Not so much this time. And Andretti's got the bit between his teeth for sure.
He's got time.
Definitely got time if he's making 2 seconds a lap up.
And drivers that are learning, Dorsey, sometimes lap traffic gives them fits. Here's the white flag.
They overthink the situation sometimes, you know, or it just confuses them, and they have to. They just aren't willing to be aggressive. And now, oh boy, this is going to be close.
For
white flag,
spot,
and here they come.
Adam Andretti on the short chute, closing right in now behind the 77 of Preston Calvert. This is for second.
And there's 3/4 of a lap to go.
Tom Patton is 4th in the 50, the Sunbeam Tiger. Jonathan Start still 5th in the 51, the Viper. Michael McAleenan is 6th in the 02. Aaron Quine, Mark Bowden, Bob Kahn, Bobby Kennedy, the rest of your top 10. As the white flag is in the air, and Adam Andretti closing in on Preston Calvert. Second spot up for grabs here in GT2.
I don't know if Calvert's car's fallen off. Maybe he's tired. That's another thing. Certainly Andretti far younger, and he is there.
Into the infield portion of the course here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and Adam Andretti's got to think this through here. You've got lap traffic and not a lot of passing opportunities.
Oh, and he's working him over. Oh,
Adam
big
Andretti
slide.
throws it off the course.
That would be the end of it, I would think. I don't think he'll be able to make up that.
He did not pick his spot well there.
No, he was trying so hard. We talked about it, with the fact that he overdrives, and we've seen it, you know, along his career that he tends to overrun the car sometimes.
Let's see if he can draw back up on the 77 of Calvert and take another run at second spot here.
Well, he's got a half a lap to do it if he's got anything in him.
But when you go off like that and you throw dirt up inside that car, the tires get dirty.
The tires getting dirty is a big thing. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff flying around in his face right now, but you can deal with that for a half lap.
Andrew Aquilani crosses under the checkered flag. We haven't talked about it much because, frankly, he put this one under hammerlock pretty early on. He wins his second gold medal of the day here, day one of the runoffs. Here's the challenge for second. Andretti in the 44. Will try to close back in on the 77, but I don't believe he's got time enough to do it. Preston Calvert is going to prevail, it appears, and make it a 1-2 for Phoenix Performance.
And for Preston, he's not going to beat an Andrew Aquilani. There's no way without mechanical failure on Aquilani's car that's going to happen. So Preston, this is a win. In my book, that's a win.
Gets second.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know, for him and where he's at, that's as good as he could have possibly done.
Adam Andretti comes home third in the ECC 44 car. Fourth spot to Tom Patton in the 50. Fifth to Jonathan Start in the 51. Sixth is Michael McAleenan in the 02. Aaron Quine, Mark Bowden, Bob Kahn, and Bobby Kennedy, the rest of the top 10. Andrew Aquilani, your winner. We'll talk to the top 3 when we continue. That was exactly
what
happens.
Yeah, I know it. You
could
said
see it coming.
I know.
I could see it coming.
I know. Yeah. I mean, but you know, looking at track record, that is the thing that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad for Preston. I mean, like I say, that is he cannot beat Andrew Aquilani. That's never ever going to happen. So for this for him is a win.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, when you think about it, and this is a good point to make, I think. His best lap was a second slower than Andrew Aquilani on around a 2.5 mile racetrack.
And you don't know how hard Andrew was even trying.
Well, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I'm sure he was just driving to a comfortable level. versus if he had somebody.
He wasn't challenged. That's
No,
for sure.
if he had some pressure, well, maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah. But that was pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, I kind of figured it'd go down that way.
And we welcome you back to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Coverage of GT2 in these SCCA National Championship runoffs. Congratulating our winner, Andrew Aquilante, who won flag to flag after starting up front in GT2. His second victory of these runoffs, second victory today. He opened up the runoffs this morning with a win in T1, and he comes home the champion here as well. Terrific drive in that Chevrolet Corvette from the Phoenix Stables. Flag to flag win, and again, Dorsey, as you mentioned during our coverage of this event, a 1-2 for the team. Preston Calvert finishing behind Andrew. Great job for the young driver, and the family just does such an outstanding job putting these cars together for a variety of drivers. They field cars in a lot of different series, a lot of different classes. It is definitely a family affair, as so much of racing is.
And as I suspected, he didn't even break a sweat. Yeah, he's as cool as a cucumber there.
All right, let's get it downstairs to Hayward Wagner.
Andrew, the guys in the booth noting that there's not a bead of sweat on you. That is your 8th national championship. There are now only 5 drivers ahead of you in the championship count. Talk a little bit about this drive.
It's pretty cool to do that at Indy. 2 wins at Indy, same day at Indy. That's pretty cool, and we had some tallies to the overall record. And you know, it's we came loaded for bear here this year. We didn't want to lose this year, and we were prepared for all comers. And I'd say we did pretty good.
Now, obviously, you don't do this all alone. There's a big team at Phoenix. Who are the folks you need to thank?
Oh yeah, first and foremost, John Yarish, who owns the car, Varsity Landscaping, Susquehanna Services, for letting me use it, tune it up for him, so that way he can go to Florida in January and start the season all over again. Everybody at Phoenix Performance, Mom, Dad, all the guys. I'll run off the names, but I'll forget somebody and I'll make them mad. But all their work is super appreciated. You know, we had a hell of a crowd here this year, and it's pretty cool to bring home 2. We still got 3 more races to go, and we'll see what happens.
Well, still busy for the rest of the weekend. Enjoy your time here in Indianapolis.
Thank you.
Andrew Aquilante, his 8th national championship, second today at these SCCA runoffs down through the years. And again, that incredible record that team puts together continues to grow.
True pro right there. I mean, don't take anything away from the fact that, you know, that he just did a perfect job. He did not make a mistake. He drove the car exactly what it needed to be driven like. And, you know, just because there was no challenger per se, don't take that away from him. That guy he's a stud. He's really good.
Oh, no question. Preston Calvert, his teammate, comes home second. Adam Andretti third by about a second. Adam looked like he was going to be able to collect second there. I think that was just a case of him not picking the right place to try to pass.
And he was just giving it his all, and that's what I like about him. I like to see a guy do that, you know. It's a shame that you know, they made a mistake, but you can watch him and know that he's given everything he's got.
For sure. He's always entertaining. Tom Patton, Jonathan Start, the rest of your top 5. Back down to pit road in Hayward.
Preston Calvert, your second trip to the runoffs podium now at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Last couple of laps were a little interesting there with you and Adam.
Really got interesting. Adam really wanted it, and he did everything he could reasonably do to get it. But you know, it was just good hard racing, and you know, it all worked out. I really appreciated his driving. I appreciated driving all my competitors out there. Everybody did a fantastic job. Honestly, I never saw Andrew Aquilani after about the 4th or 5th lap because he just checked out. But the Indy experience is incredible, and I really want to thank Andrew Aquilani, Kurt Rezzitano, Joe Aquilani for teaching me how to drive and helping me get started in this sport 5 years ago. I can't even imagine how I have been able to get to this point except without their help. So thank you very much to all of them. My wife, of course, I have to thank very much as well for letting me do this. So.
Well, it's a good thing you got started when you were a teenager.
Exactly, in my second childhood, really. So
congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Just a class act, that guy.
For sure, for sure. Love seeing guys with gray hair go to victory lane at these SCCA National Championship runoffs. Andrew Aquilani not there yet, but certainly there with the flag as he takes his lap of honor, his victory lap around the road course here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Special moment. You only get to do this once at Indy. You know, I say once, but he's done it twice today.
Yeah, fantastic run for Andrew Aquilani. All right, let's hear from our third place finisher. Back to Hayward.
Adam Andretti, I'm looking at the nose of your car, and it looks like you did a little farming there on that last lap. Threw everything you had at Calvert, didn't you?
Yeah, we had to go for it. We had such a big gap to fourth. Had to give a shot for one more spot on the podium. Nobody had anything for our champ today, and congratulations to them. They never put a wheel wrong all week long, and this is a long, tough week. So, but can't be more proud of my SCCA Motorsports group and Anchor Bolt and Screw and Hitchman Uniforms right down the road, Bell Helmets, everyone that supports us just does a fantastic job. I had family and friends up in the Turn 2 suite, up in my dad, the Aldo Andretti suite, and the support, whenever there's an Andretti in Indy is always, it's always just humbling. So proud to bring us home with the third place and a really tough field. I mean, this GT2 field is no joke, and this is a pretty good accomplishment. We're pretty proud of that.
Well, congratulations on your bronze medal.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, SCCA.
The thoughts of Adam Andretti as he takes home third today here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Well, that's our coverage of GT2. More to come from these 2017 SCCA National Championship runoffs. For Dorsey Schrader, Hayward Wagner, our entire crew, I'm Rick Benjamin, congratulating your champion in GT2, Andrew Aquilante. We will talk to you next time.
Coverage of the SCCA National Championship runoffs is presented by Mazda. Driving matters.
Every stitch is a part of me. All these shapes and designs express our devotion to craftsmanship. I want people to feel our passion when they touch it and when they drive it.
The all-new Mazda CX-5. Can you feel something without touching it? See something with your eyes closed. When everything is designed around you, the driver, you can. The Mazda 3.